Get the show started.
Let's go.
Let's get this fucking show started, man. Thumbs up them shits.
Chris, you been to Jamaica before?
No.
You'll get cornrows if you go? You know if you white, you go to Jamaica, you gotta get cornrows. It's the first rule.
Some vacation braids.
Turn into
vacation braids, fam. And then when you get back, you gotta say Kim Kardashian inspired these. So black people can get mad at you and be like, they think fucking braids came from, you know, white people give motherfucking braid credits to all Kardashians. They be like, Kardashians invented braids, no? You don't know about this?
No.
This is a whole thing.
Yeah, don't
No.
talk about
This
it.
is a whole thing, man.
Yeah.
My sister got vacation braids when we went to Mexico on a cruise when I was like in 4th grade.
Mexico don't even feel like the place to get the braids.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's a white. I think white people go anywhere and they
And
get
want braids.
vacation braids. But when I made her wedding video, I kept on returning to that picture.
That's
and
funny.
just kept zooming in.
That's
And
funny.
it was just a hilarious wedding video joke for me.
You want to see? This is gonna be your first time going to see Dave Chappelle live?
Yes,
Yeah, you geeked.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm
yeah,
excited
he's
too.
coming to the
You
Hollywood
guys are
Bowl.
lucky, man. You got all the comedians that live here. We don't have them, man.
It's true. You go to the Comedy Store, you get to just on a random Friday night, you see like a bunch of legends.
Who the best UK comedians?
Yeah, who do you think?
We watch you guys, to be honest with you.
Oh, word.
We've got Eddie Caddy. We got oh my god, a guy called Kojo too. But yeah, we look at the
I
Americans,
feel
man.
like the British comedians we know
Kojo,
actually
yeah.
aren't actually popular in England.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I feel like John Oliver isn't popular in.
Yeah, it's probably more popular here.
He's
though.
not popping
The
in
UK.
England. He don't go back and get no home at the crib.
Nah, it's
He
weird.
don't land and touch down and be like, "What's up?" And y'all be like,
You
"Who
see-
the fuck are you?"
You see, with England, yeah, they show love when you get love outside. Do you get what I mean? So if Americans embrace like the person, that's when they'll start claiming that person. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Also, Chris is the only person that would have named John Oliver first.
I don't even know who that is.
Nigga, nobody else in a fucking right mind would have went to John Oliver. Chris was like, John Oliver he can probably walk the streets freely, huh? You're like, yeah, nigga, he can walk the streets freely here too.
British comic, my mind goes to Ricky Gervais as the British.
He is
comic.
like the biggest, I would say.
I feel like he's the British
Yeah.
comic,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's just because we're American.
Is he that big over in England?
Fairly.
Ricky
Yeah.
Gervais, even in the office, though, I mean, it's still like,
Yeah,
And that's a
It's
British
a big
show
British
first.
show, though,
yeah.
yeah.
it was.
And he has Extras, which was on BBC too. Yeah, he's got to be a British star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
But the British star, like, you ever realize that stardom is completely different. One case of stardom that I get jealous of, because this is me knowing my little goofy shit, is Love Island stardom.
Oh,
Because American Love Island, you don't get no love because that shit is trash.
Yeah.
Because it's just
is the US version trash?
I don't
I
fucking
bet-
know. I watched the UK version. I watched the UK version still. I don't even watch it. But the funny thing is, if you on Love Island UK, you basically just hit the lotto.
Essentially,
Yeah.
Because you
yeah.
essentially, like, you go get millions of followers immediately just because they like, you on Love Island now, which is crazy to me. Because
Yeah.
there is no show, there is no reach in America right now that I can say on a television show or any show that you like, if you're on that show, you automatically are going to get millions
What
of
about
followers.
Love and Hip Hop?
Hell no.
No, maybe like a Netflix dating show, but that's about it.
A
fair
Netflix
enough.
dating show?
Yeah, what was the one? Too Hot to Handle?
Too hot to handle.
That
People be getting
and
hella
the
followers?
The Circle, those two, I think people got a lot of followers.
No.
They got a lot, but not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as
Not
much
the
as
same
Love
as
Island
Love
Not just Love
UK.
Island,
People
yeah.
love that Too Hot to Handle thing, though.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
I have been watching The Circle as well. So if you want to make this the Circle podcast,
So-
I will do it.
we didn't say we did. I mean, I watched the Circle. You watched all 3 seasons, or you just?
I watched the first 2. I just started watching the 3rd. I'm not done with it.
because it's not over with.
Right.
This motherfucker got the early advance of the Circle, the director's cut. Nah, I haven't seen it. I haven't finished it either. I think I'm actually at the point of finishing though, like until it's over.
What do you think about the influencer on The Circle? The woman, the girl Ava, who's like, I'm an influencer and this is my sister. And the sister does all the talking?
Oh yeah, the one that was in an abused relationship with her sister.
It feels like
The one that won't let her sister talk. Yeah, that was hilarious.
And she's like, I'm the face, but I literally don't say a word. It makes me kind of sad for her. I could get into it, but
Nah,
it
I
feels
need
this
to
feels a
watch
little
it.
inside baseball.
It does. It's way too inside base. We could have got into Love Island. You actually knew that as well.
Yeah.
And then instead you chose a circle to keep my man Afro out.
My bad. My bad.
You were like, let me make sure I keep you all the way out of the loop.
No, I
Let's
haven't
talk
heard.
about
I haven't
the
heard
circle.
about that one. no.
Should we get into the show?
Yeah, welcome to Wine and Weed.
Hey.
Hey. We're back for another week. I'm Chris Reinacher, a.k.a. The Connoisseur, a.k.a. The Goop in Your Gap, a.k.a. Speed Bump, a.k.a.
Yeah.
La La La,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Your new baby daddy,
Yeah.
a.k.a. I feel
Camp
like there's a
counselor or some
new
shit?
one. Your new camp counselor feels relevant today.
Yeah.
And with me, as always,
Feels relevant today is hilarious.
I look like
And
a
with,
camp
I
counselor.
guess I am Sterling Steelo, Brim, a.k.a. That dude, a.k.a. S of the beach and your best of the breed, a.k.a. that third leg, no, it's just me, a.k.a. concerned father, a.k.a. Black Mama, a.k.a. RP Black Mamba, a.k.a. Stevenson, a.k.a. Stallington, a.k.a. Stylist, and last but not least, your Uncle Elroy.
Hey.
And with us,
Hey, it's Courtney, aka Off Camera Court, aka Courtside Court, aka Susan Storm, aka Content Court, aka Courtney Gates, and that's all my
Damn.
AKAs for today.
Courtney got all the
Really
AKAs,
stepped it
man.
up. She got those AKAs quick.
It's a man turn though.
And with us today, we have a very special guest. My man, if y'all haven't heard his voice already, he's serenading us with his deep voice from the UK. But now my dog,
Deep voice.
It was at first. Now you just went to high voice. That man said deep voice.
Deep voice.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, man.
We have my man Afro B.
Yes.
My
Afro B.
guy. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah,
player.
man.
You know
Afro
what I'm
B,
saying?
aka Beard Gang, aka Adrian Broner lookalike, aka James Harden lookalike, aka I've heard those jokes so many times.
Yeah, get him out the way right now. Yeah. And if you don't know about the show, what we do on the show is very simple. We smoke a little bit, we drink a little bit, and we do all of that while we talk about the news, which is very irresponsible. But this is what we do on this show. It's a
Yes.
topical show. So we just have a little fun. We talk a little
Let's
shit.
have
It's
fun,
definitely
man.
not serious. It's a comedy show, and I promise you will have a good time.
Yeah, and some shows, like, we feel like there's so many interview shows out there that are like, and then where'd you grow up, and then where'd you get here? And
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
approach is kind of, let's talk about the world, and we'll get to know kind of your perspective by
Mhm.
talking about what happened this week.
Cool.
And today we're smoking some Alien Labs.
Yeah.
Is back in the house. I'm grinding up
Which one we
some
smoking?
Area 41
Are you doing Area 41?
as we speak,
Damn.
which is...
You guys
sound
got
good.
different names for different strains or whatever, innit?
These
How
not
does-
even
oh, yeah.
our names. These companies be naming these
Oh.
shits, all kind of shit.
And they do different things, right? Like, you
They
know.
do very different things to you.
Oh,
It is one of our... We've had some fun episodes with this specific strain before.
Yeah, this strain is cool.
We brought this one to a live show as well, and it is pretty crazy when you get high during a show. Because I bet you've done it at one point, but starting completely sober and then getting high on stage and then getting off.
I'm an alcohol man.
Especially-
You know what? Yeah, I want to try it in the studio and just see what happens. Just
Oh.
a one time.
Oh, so you've never smoked?
No,
Ever?
I've had
I
edibles
fucking
before.
love this. Okay, yeah.
I've had edibles,
This is
but
not
that,
the time to try it. I
no,
wouldn't
no,
even try to
edibles
convince you.
edibles fucked me up. Man. I'm allowed to curse, right?
Yeah.
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 Curse
Come
as
on.
much as
This
you
show's called
fucking
Wine
want.
and Weed.
I went to Amsterdam. I had it. Yeah, I was like, nah.
Yeah, I went to Amsterdam too. We actually did a show in Amsterdam.
True.
We had our episode with Trey Songz in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. I mean, Amsterdam is cool because you know everything is legal, but it's not necessarily the best weed. It's just all legal weed.
I agree.
Oh,
So it's more about like the fact that you just know legally you can do whatever you want to do. You can go wherever you want, smoke whatever you want. Versus here, state by state has still been passing the laws
yeah.
for us to be able to freely be out in these streets. But here in California, we out here chiefing. Big tree.
And we're drinking some California wine, some from Paso Robles.
Some
You
the
from there?
McLean Vineyards. Vineyards.
Vineyards.
vendors.
Vineyards.
Vineyards.
Should we jump into the news?
Yeah, let's get into the
Let's do it.
stories of the week.
There's some crazy articles going on this week, guys. So first up, we have a lawyer in South Carolina is turning himself into authorities after allegedly hiring a shooter to kill him so his son would receive a $10 million life insurance policy, according to multiple
Damn.
reports. A warrant was arrested.
Dad of the year.
A warrant was issued for a 53-year-old man in Hampton County, South Carolina on Wednesday, and he plans to turn himself in on Thursday. He is being charged with conspiracy to commit insurance fraud.
Who
So
snitched?
Essentially,
Yeah.
Who snitched on
the
his
way-
son? I don't want you to die, Dad. I'm going to tell the authorities.
No, so apparently what happened was he was shot 3 times on September 4th.
Okay, this is going too far.
But suffered only superficial gunshot wound to the head.
Damn, God
Yeah.
damn it. He
So-
actually went through it.
He went
Yeah.
through it.
I thought we had stopped it before it got there.
No.
That's why I was making jokes. God damn it. This dude went through the work and he didn't get the job
He
done.
did- yeah.
Suicide via hitman.
The hitman,
Yeah.
you paid the hitman and now he's caused you even more debt?
So the man who allegedly shot him was one of his former clients. He's also being charged with assisted suicide, aggravated assault, and battery.
Oh,
related
so it's
to
like a
shooting.
freelance hitman.
Yeah.
It's a
This
free.
guy-
Of course, he a freelance hitman, bro.
This guy wasn't a pro hitman. It was somebody he knew. He was
But
like, kill
wait,
me.
wait. He could still be.
He could still be
he
a
could
hitman.
bro. You shitting on my man right now. Like you don't watch Barry. You don't know who is a hitman around you. You know what I'm
So
saying?
wait, does
You-
the son get paid out after the
What?
lawyer dies?
Well, he didn't die.
dad's
He
not
died.
gonna die.
He didn't die.
He would have.
still
He
worse.
would have, yeah.
Oh.
He got shot four times and survived.
And
so,
survive. Now he got to drop a
yeah.
rap album. You don't have a choice, nigga. At this point, he has to drop an album. Like that is insane. Cause I thought. Okay, so let me tell you what I thought. I thought beforehand it was like, yo, they called him beforehand that he was trying to do this and it didn't happen. You know, whatever. I was cool with this story. I was like, this is funny. I think this is the dad of the year trying to get his son paid. They didn't get him to do the job. Hilarious. But then when we come to the fact this motherfucker got shot 4 times for the actual shit.
And in the head.
And bro, and you
Heck,
wake
yeah.
up thinking you about to see Jesus. And nigga, they wake you up and they like, yo, fam, you still here with us. You know your son didn't get the bag, nothing. The full thing feels horrible. You
Yeah.
hate this guy though. Right?
No, I just think that's rough. Wasn't there also like foul play before all of this happened?
Also, this guy, he was recovering from, or he was trying to get over an opioid addiction too. So they just had a whole lot going on in their family because his grandfather had also passed away a few days before. So they were just having some family situations happening.
Okay, and then didn't we find out that their like maid was killed 2 years ago? And
No, I didn't see that.
Okay,
That
Chris.
was
Now you just
suspicious.
making up
What?
stuff about these
I'm
people.
saying it sounds like these rich people had crazy.
This sounds like a
weird
cult
rich
or
people
some shit.
problems. There's some weird like crime documentary shit going on here. I guarantee we'll see one.
You sure that Netflix or whatever is just not curating things for you? You sure you're not just watching a
No,
whole bunch of
I'm
crime
like,
shit?
Chris,
He's like,
you just
believe me,
went
it's
to
a
a
whole
deep
bunch of
dive.
crime stuff going on. You're
it
like,
feels like it.
you've been watching that, dude. That's it. Oh, you dropping nugs, fam.
No.
Oh shit.
Oh, no, it does get even trickier. The guy was depressed following the double homicide of his wife and son. So he must have had 2 sons.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And so
this
Yes,
guy-
So this was for his surviving son. Wait, but he was going to leave his surviving son by
By
himself?
Yeah, and because his wife and son got murdered. How?
Okay, Chris.
It says
Now
the
you're
case
bringing in the
Come
facts.
on.
remains unsolved.
Okay, so
They have an unsolved murder of the wife
And
and
then son,
the
and
other
son
son.
number
so you
1.
saying the dad is involved in it?
I'm curious. It looks like this freelance hitman had one good job.
According
and he
to
couldn't
his
pull off a
lawyer, he
second.
said that his client did not murder his family.
First of all, we didn't even ask that question.
What
Sounds
is
like
the
this nigga
lawyer?
murdered his family. We didn't even ask that question.
Yeah.
For you to just be like, on the record, we never murdered my family. It's like, we didn't say that, sir. It sounds like you did.
Also,
Yeah,
you'd have a
and
pretty
then
bad
he
lawyer to say
he
you
was
did.
trying to commit suicide so that his remaining
Other
son
son got the 10
would
million.
get the 10
And
million.
then what was that son gonna do with the 10 million? What do you think his first thing he would have did? You think
He
he
would have hired another hitman.
to kill him?
Like, you know
Hey,
what?
dude, shoot me, because I can't live with this shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor baby. What in the world? This family.
So, wow. So we know that.
But now
this-
is his dad okay?
It doesn't say if he's okay or
Damn,
not.
oh fuck. Now y'all still broke.
Well, it said it was only
You
a
got-
superficial gunshot wound to the head, so it doesn't say how severe it might have been. Let's
What is this?
research.
Superficial? What the fuck does that even mean? They use CGI? What's that mean?
feels like maybe it hit like an ear, but it doesn't stop to the head.
Scrape to or some shit.
But he had 4 of those shots. That's just one of them. Where the other ones go?
Do we know how old that son
Where was
is?
this in Florida?
No.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah,
It
I know.
seems
I got
like
so
it
many
is. I think
questions.
it's
Hold
South
on,
Carolina.
We
though.
tryna
Yeah,
crack
it's
this
South
case.
Carolina. Okay.
South Carolina.
You were right. Their housekeeper and nanny died in 2018. She was 57.
I'm just saying, I don't feel like these. I don't feel
But
like
wait,
a
it's
lot
a
of
lot
people
going
have
on in
numerous
this family.
murders.
Hey, the house, because she's not reading that correctly. We're not gonna confuse our viewers. The housekeeper and nanny are one person. They're not two people.
Yes,
Okay.
one person. Yeah.
He just could have confused everybody. He made them think the housekeeper and nanny got bodied. in
That's
2018. That's
This
just one person.
story
And
is-
she was 58. She could have died of other reasons. You know.
Was she
Now-
murdered
now
or
the-
she just died?
Now the mama and the other kid and him trying to kill himself, to me, is very fishy.
I'm just saying, like, if you were
This
like,
is a
yeah,
mess.
we had a murder.
Yeah,
in
this
my
is
family.
real. This
This
is
is a mess,
messy.
If you're like, we had a murder in my family, I'd be like, oh my god, that's terrible. And then you're like, and then somebody else got murdered in their family, I'd be like, oh, that seems
The
like
shooter.
you're
Okay, so
involved
the
with something.
person
and then
that
it's two more.
the person that shot him is saying that he was set up and that he's taking the fall for the other guy. This is
What?
Wait, what the fuck
This
does that
is
even mean?
this is literally one of
The person
okay,
he
he
shot?
says it was the craziest situation I have ever been involved with. I was set up to be the fall guy, and those damn pictures of me in the newspaper, I was looking at them this morning. They didn't let me take a damn shower. He's basically like saying he got set
He's
up.
thinking about a shower.
But him even saying the newspaper pictures says that he's a narcissistic piece of shit that probably
Or he's funny.
no, yeah, a lot of fucking serial killers are funny. Murderers be funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he did a court. He did a
Murderers got all
courtside
the
interview
jokes,
with the New York Post.
So I just don't. Yeah, that sounds creepy, fam. To be
This
like,
is,
yeah,
this story.
I'm about to possibly be serving 15 years in prison. Sometimes y'all didn't even let me get a picture. Like, you're a
shower,
murderer. We
or
need to get
shower.
out of here.
Oh
Get the rest
my
of the skeleton.
God. Okay, this gets deeper, y'all. Okay, so the family first came into the spotlight after the father of two discovered his 22-year-old son Paul and his 52-year-old wife Maggie shot to death near the dog kennels. The murder occurred as Paul, the 22-year-old son, was awaiting trial for his role in the 2019 drunken boating accident that killed the teenage girl.
They rich.
What?
Yeah,
They got a
They
lot
rich.
going
great
on.
reaction.
That's
Oh, they
that's
rich
the-
for real. They burying bodies. They just paying
That's
for
the
it.
man.
nanny first, then this
Yeah.
boating accident, then
Boating
the mom
accident.
and the son. Then he was gonna kill it. This is a lot.
This
though.
sounds like Ozark season
What?
4, nigga.
Yeah,
This
this
sounds insane.
This
Then he
family
was gonna
is
get himself
wild.
killed.
This can't be real, man.
It is though. Like
South
that's
Carolina.
what.
South Carolina.
No, America. You guys have the craziest crimes, man.
No, we do. But like, do you? Okay, when you comparatively speaking, because Florida and Texas are the craziest places.
Yeah.
In
I
America?
always hear about Florida.
Man, Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida and Texas are the crazy places. Where do you believe in the UK is equivalent to our Florida and Texas?
Yeah.
Where you like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah,
we get
that's
the
a good-
craziest
that's a good
motherfuckers.
No,
question.
Florida's its own country.
It's not like Essex or something.
Nah, Florida's. I don't think anything can compare to that.
This is. I agree with you.
You guys have the most random shit in Florida. man.
What are the like sections? Like London or England's kind of like multiple countries in one, right? There's like
Yeah.
there's like what are the sections and what are they?
Well, we're a lot
I
smaller.
mean, I don't want
than
you to
them.
throw everybody under the bus, but I kind of do.
We're a lot smaller. So London, we have the Bronx in there, which I would say is East London.
East London's the
Then we
Bronx.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Part of East London's like Cali, Melrose kind of vibe. You got North London, that's a bit like Harlem. You got South London, that's a bit more like Brooklyn.
Okay, because London is like New York, so I get this
Yeah.
comparison.
And West London's more like Hollywood, but you still got the hood guys down there. Hollywood, Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That's the best comparison.
And then
I
you
can
got
make.
some Jersey skirts. What's Jersey?
Jersey's like, that's a bit outside London.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. What you like? Who you like? I ain't from Jersey, fam.
Jersey's outside London, man. It's like Luton, them sides there.
Yeah, you from Jersey, fam.
It's like Somerset is like Jersey. I'm just throwing out random places. in
Somerset.
England.
Wait, it's Somerset.
What is
Is
Somerset?
that similar to Sunset, or they're two different
I
things?
thought Somerset was one of yours.
No.
Oh,
Did
damn.
I say Somerset?
I
No,
said
he
it.
did.
Oh,
I'm
he's-
just throwing
I'm-
out a few places I know in England.
And you got it wrong. First one, you got
Somerset
wrong.
Oh, Somerset House. Is that what you're talking about?
I thought it was an area.
Fuck.
I thought I was in a show with a girl from
Yeah,
Somerset.
that'll probably
I
be
might
like
be
around
wrong.
Hollywood if that's the case.
Do you think there's an old money crowd in England though that are having these crazy ins and outs? It feels like the royals are
Yeah,
shady.
the Royals. I don't know what's going on in that palace, but
Man, why you trying to make this man come in and not go back home?
You're
Why you trying to get this man not go
This
back
red
home?
line is
fam?
getting to me. You're trying to get me assassinated or something.
Yeah, bro. The world is chilling. Let that man chill.
Yo.
Wait, did you guys hear about the will of the Queen's husband being sealed for 90 years, or his whatever it is, the death? What is it when they die?
What? The will?
Hold on.
Queen's husband.
The Queen's husband, and it's sealed for 90 years.
The will.
The will, yes. Is that what it is?
The will is sealed for 90 years?
So the will is to remain secret for at least 90 years to protect the dignity of Queen Elizabeth.
What that even mean?
So it says that.
So you telling me if I actually knew this nigga, I don't get nothing?
It says Prince William's will is to remain secret for at least 90 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So who benefits from this? Motherfuckers
Right.
who he never met?
So
My kids and shit? My
Yeah.
nut? Why they get the benefit of this?
they're literally saying that there's got to be like some secret kids in there or something, because there's no way that a will is sealed for 90
Sure.
years.
Trying to kill off a couple generations real quick.
Is
Yeah.
it like,
So you
do
can't
those
judge
people
them.
still get the money and we just don't find out publicly, or like nobody finds out? It's like a time capsule.
So normally it's customary for it to only be sealed for a century, but
A century is 100 years.
yeah, I
Then.
guess it's 90 years less than.
Wait, why is it less than that? I thought, wait, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it says it's been customary for almost a century for the wills. The wills of senior royals to be sealed. I read that wrong. It doesn't say how long it is though, normally. But for whatever reason, it's gonna be sealed. I think that man has some kids on the side or some situations, because there's to protect the dignity of the
royal
queen.
family is
The dignity
Yeah,
of the queen.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what happened to that? Are those kids less royal? Are them side kids less royal? What happens if you just a side baby? Like, what happens if something like that comes out?
side baby.
But 90 years
I'm saying,
from
what
now,
happens if something like that comes out about
Yeah,
the royal
half-blooded
family?
prince.
Like, how do they handle that? Are they like, yo, he's still royal? Or they like, nah, fam, you only a 50% of.
That's a good point. Are you royal? Is the
Yeah.
king's bastard son royal?
He should still be royal, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of fairy. I feel like you're the utmost authority for some reason.
Well, apparently Prince Harry isn't actually royal as such. It's like 50%.
He is?
Oh,
Apparently, because apparently his mom had an affair with.
Oh, shit. Give us the fucking, give us the tea.
tea.
We don't have
that's
that.
why
We
the
need
British
this. We need
That's
this
why,
English tea.
that's why he's so rebellious and there's such a scandal. But that's like word through the grapevine. So
Damn.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true as such.
Oh, well, who though? Who?
Oh, I forgot the guy's name, man. But
He must be cool
it's-
as shit.
Yeah, some guy that has ginger hair just like him. So there's like a
Oh,
picture.
word?
It's a picture of both of them together. It's
oh
just like-
damn.
Shit. Like when you be, but that just might be a rumor. Like when
No,
you
they actually look alike.
because
Though.
people be putting OJ and Khloe Kardashian next to each other too.
They do.
You be like,
do.
I don't know, Phil. I think y'all just making up stuff at this point.
Growing up in England, like, how much do you give a shit about the royal? Like, how much is that part of?
I'm the wrong person to
Life.
ask. 'Cause I
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
think you might be the right person to say,
like,
bro.
some people give a I think it's more like, I think you guys care more, you know.
No, we don't.
Well, we personally
know.
don't.
Okay, maybe
but
not
America
you,
might.
but Americans, they always pose outside the palace and all that shit. Trust me, they
No,
love-
we- no,
Cardi B even done it. One time.
We care because Megan got her ass in there somehow. We was like, damn,
Yeah.
we fuck with this. Because she American and she black. How y'all let this happen?
Yeah.
Like,
And then, you know what happened after, but
Yeah, so we was like, yeah, she was like, nah, fuck this. But we thought that was cool, but I don't know if I ever gave a shit before that moment.
Nah,
Like I've been to London many times. I think I've been outside the palace before, but I've also thought to myself like, okay, I just came
Yeah.
here because y'all told me I was supposed to, not because I actually care who's behind that wall, because I don't know if she's dead or not. I just gotta go off what y'all say. Y'all don't show me her ever. Y'all just tell me it's an old lady still living behind them walls.
yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, that's what's up. What? That's how I feel about the
I
royal
think it
family.
depends on the person.
I don't
but-
care about the royal family. Why should I care about the royal family?
I don't know why anyone should care.
Okay, I
about
thought-
Yeah,
that.
no. I
yeah,
mean,
they
I
don't have
personally
the
don't
same
care,
powers
but
before.
yeah.
Because they used to run everything.
They used to
before
run
they-
shit, and
Yeah,
then when
yeah.
they
Right.
when they stopped running shit, that's when they got really weird. Because y'all still basically paid them as a country or whatever to basically just live there and they don't actually have any power. So they're like, yo, we just kind of Sims characters now.
It's like the first
we
reality
just Sims
show.
characters now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great way to look at it.
But it's not a reality show because we don't get to watch for real. I want to see what the queen be like. I want to see what the queen be like.
She's like every day.
I want to see her order McDonald's at 3 a.m. because she drunk. And
Her
be like, damn, she
confessional.
normal.
She be litty.
No, I don't think she eats that. They
I
live,
know.
they live forever, man. She's like, I don't know how old she is now, but
And she has to go to sleep at a certain time, right? And if you're in the house with her at a certain time, you gotta go to sleep at the same time as her, I think.
I have no
These
idea.
are real like
You
royal
have to
laws.
sleep in the bed with her.
No, you don't. That's a fucking made up one. But I think it is like if you
Go to
are
bed.
in the house or in the palace at the same time she is, and she goes to sleep, you have to go to sleep at the same time.
Yeah, it says that this article says the royal family reportedly isn't allowed to go to bed before the queen, and surprisingly, she's a night owl. So
Oh, she a night owl? Oh, you can't go to bed before her.
before her.
She be up at 3 a.m. making the kids stay up. She wild. They're like,
She watching Netflix.
she like, I ain't tired yet. Netflix like, are you still watching? She knows. No, she's like, yeah, no, I'm still watching. Stay y'all asses up. Stay y'all asses up.
Okay, so she normally goes to bed at 11 p.m.
Real night owl.
Yeah.
Really
That's not-
boogie into
She's
the...
92, so
All right, 11 p.m. for a 92 is wild. I'm not gonna lie. I know fucking 193-year-old, my grandma, and I'm pretty sure she go to bed at 5 p.m. every
yeah, my
day.
grandparents 7 o'clock. My grandparents are like, all right, it's been real.
We did it.
Let's go to bed, y'all.
It's like, wake up at 5 a.m.
Yes.
for devotion to pray.
There's something I think is disrespectful about bringing an artist on from the UK and reading them facts about the Queen.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't know this. I wanted to know this.
But I love it.
Okay, next article.
Yes.
Ready? Okay, so Manny Pacquiao says he will run for president in 2022 election.
I'm rocking with it.
So Manny Pacquiao
Of the Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines. Yeah.
Wow.
Announced that on Sunday that he will be running for the Philippine president in 2022 election. So the Associated Press reports the 42-year-old boxer has accepted the nomination during the National Assembly of the PDP Lambin Party. He said, I am a fighter and will always be a fighter inside and outside the ring. In my whole life, I have not backed out of a fight, Pacquiao said during his acceptance speech. Because in the name of the principle of the nation's pride, I stand reaffirmed and strong that I am accepting your nomination as candidate for president of the Republic of the Philippines.
Damn.
Sheesh.
We already knew this was coming, though. We knew this for many years.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao was going to end up being president. It's kind of crazy. I would like to see him declare war on America and fight Floyd Mayweather each year as a form of war. That'd be kind of cool. But other than that, I think this is dope for Manny. I do trust Manny with the people.
Yeah.
Don't trust Manny with the funds. But I do trust Manny with the people. I do think Manny has the right heart to lead the Filipino people to wherever they need to go, to the top. But also, Manny believes in giving the funds all to the people. So I think the books need to be balanced by somebody else. But Manny's heart is in the right place, so I'm cool with this.
So y'all didn't vote for Kanye?
We didn't vote for Kanye. No, we did not.
No, we did not.
Because his heart is not with the people right now.
It kind of is, though, in a way, no?
Yeah, it just depends on which people.
Do you think it is viewed as a Kanye type thing there, or does he have an actual shot?
Nah. I think Pacquiao's people respect him more. I reckon.
Right, he has an actual shot
Not
of
an
winning.
actual
right?
shot. I think
it's like
he will
kinda-
win.
It's kind of like Trump.
I think it's been his to take. He's just been
really?
chilling. He's been boxing. I think this is basically his way of saying I'm retiring for boxing.
cool. I don't know that much about.
He's been a senator for
He's been a senator.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
I don't know that much
Oh.
about Pacquiao's politics, but I do think it's like it's a very like the way to become a public figure through boxing, like through a totally separate thing, and then go in there. He has the power to.
What? Nigga, we had Donald Trump.
It's
become
very
president.
Donald Trump is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he aligns with Donald Trump politically, but I'm saying that like
No.
it's the same populism thing that's happening where somebody gains a lot of popularity, and so he could really take them in an extreme version. I don't know what his politics are. You know,
Yeah.
I think
but-
one day a TikTok influencer is gonna be a president. The way things are going.
You
Yeah.
think a TikTok?
I think you're
influencer-
right.
If they're-
Fam, you
if
never
she's
know,
like
boy.
16,
Trump
17
changed the
right now,
game.
I think you're
He
totally
did
right.
change the game.
Trump changed
But you're
the
not
game,
you're not saying this about your country. You're just saying our shit, huh? You just
No, I'm saying
You
for
like, I
everywhere.
think one day y'all might be dumb enough to let a TikTok person run y'all country.
No, not just America, but you guys are like the forefront. So People follow.
Well,
I'm with you.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was our governor, and we just had a recall election, and it didn't pass. But the first place person on the other side is a radio personality, and the second place person is a YouTuber.
Wow.
Oh,
It was Larry Elder won. He's basically
he won.
He didn't. He won. The recall didn't pass, but he got the most votes of anybody that would have replaced Gavin Newsom, but it didn't pass at all.
Larry Elder is a big.
Larry Elder is wacky.
He's wacky, and they don't mean shit to me. I mean, just
Larry Elder had a TV show called Elder's Court where people would come in and have moral issues, and he would settle despite having no legal authority. He would, as a judge, like settle their moral issues. Because I'm Larry Elder, and I know what's right for you. He's like, that guy's a piece of shit.
Okay.
But then the other person was a YouTuber, so I totally agree that fucking TikTok star could be president.
The world is changing.
I don't know what TikTok star gonna be. TikTok star? First of all,
but there are some really smart kids on TikTok.
No, but they just be saying shit they read off TikTok.
Well, who's making that content?
What?
TikTokers.
Nah, they just be playing. You ain't never seen them just play like history shit. You can get like a little small version of explained episodes on TikTok.
No, you can. You learn. I learned.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
shit, motherfucker, in like 10 seconds, you be like, damn, I ain't gotta go to school. This is crazy.
So imagine
Why would I go to
if
school? I got TikTok.
imagine if somebody's really good at social media and they want to be a leader. Like they show, like I would not be surprised if the next leader uses TikTok to rise to power. It's like AOC is so good at the digital sphere.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I just got an idea.
Are you going to tell us, or are you going to keep it?
If I, it's too big for this podcast. I just know.
You can tell us you have an idea, then not tell us the idea.
He's gonna run for it.
Guys, I just don't want Jeremy to use this. I want him to cut it out.
It's too good.
It's too good, man. I'm gonna start my own school, and I'm gonna just do it all through digital, through straight. Where everybody else is going back to school, I'm doing all my shit straight through Zoom. But I'm changing all my curriculum. Calm down. It's not gonna just be straight through online only. Calm down. We're gonna do actual Zooms and everything with the actual students. But by doing this, we save overhead, right? Brick and mortar. What do you want?
What, you're replacing school?
Yeah, school needs to be replaced. I've been thinking about this for a while.
I mean, that's fine, but I didn't know you.
No,
need
what
to be
about
replaced.
social? What about
Education
people having
is
social
not
skills?
what?
You don't want people to have social skills?
Kids already don't have social skills.
So throw it out the window.
They're on their phones
Yeah,
too much.
COVID's changed everything as
Yeah,
well.
kids are horrible. Have you seen kids talk to each other?
Yeah.
They don't do well. They're good at texting though.
They are really good at texting.
Yeah, they're good at communicating through their phones. But the moment you put them in a room, horrible.
What about the students at the Brim Academy?
They have me.
Brim Academy.
They have me to teach them. So they're charmers. Let's start with that.
So they are going to be good in a room?
Yeah, they'll be great in rooms.
Even though they are not actually in the rooms. They're
I don't know. I
just
think we could hash it out in
virtually.
time.
I don't know if I would send my kid to this school.
I wouldn't want your kid, Courtney.
Oh,
we only
well,
accept,
thanks.
we only
Wow.
accept certain kids. It's really
Wow.
expensive to go to the Brim Academy.
I thought we were family. Okay, thanks.
We
He
are.
wants to create a
And that's
cult.
why I'm going to keep it real with you.
He's
He's afraid. He's afraid of
a
being a voice of dissent.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, next article. NYC hostess attacks by a group of tourists from Texas after asking for COVID vaccination proof. So the incident happened Thursday evening at Italian restaurant Carmine's on Upper West Side, CBS New York reports. Police ended up arresting 3 Texas women who are now facing charges. Cell phone footage shows the women attacking the restaurant employee at the hostess booth, which almost got knocked to the ground during the commotion. The women then punched and slapped the 24-year-old hostess after she asked for proof of vaccination, a new city mandate that went into effect on Monday.
Shit. It's going to basically become a whole new group like PETA. They're going to be just as extreme as PETA of people who are anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers. And they're going to start going around. And when you ask for proof, just know they might get the proof in your ass. They get to beating your ass right there on the spot.
I couldn't do shit in New York, bro.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
Ask for that vaccine card.
Why you didn't go to the bodega? They sell them for $100. You could just went in and got a card and been like, yeah, they ain't checking
No,
that shit.
I heard people are getting time for that
They
shit
getting
as
time
well.
for the bodega cards?
Yeah, man.
Who said that? They getting time for selling them motherfuckers.
Well,
right?
it says the mandate
buying
was
them.
implemented on Monday, and restaurant owners who do not abide by the new rule will be facing fines beginning at $1,000.
What they got to do with the bodega card? You can get the bodega
Well, the
card?
bodega that's illegal.
It is illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Well, we read that
Fake-
story
yeah,
about
fake
the people
COVID
who
cards,
got
yeah.
But
who
I'm
got,
saying,
was
are
facing
the
prison
actual
time.
people who with the fake card are facing time, or the people who selling the fake card?
Both of them, I think.
I think so too.
It was both of
I
them?
think it's both
Yeah.
of
We
them.
read one about people who
Crazy.
tried to use it in an airport and they were facing time for using
But
it.
no,
And they spelled Moderna wrong.
using it at an airport is stupid. At the
Yeah.
airport is one place you should never try anything. But
Nah, you should. Yeah, you shouldn't be risking it at the airport.
Yeah, so it's illegal to make or buy fake COVID vaccine cards.
I take that
Yeah.
back. Don't do it.
Well,
I don't want you
well,
going to jail on
well,
my
I
behalf.
think that people should just get the vaccine. But also, when I went to a festival yesterday, I they were like, "Cool, fine." Like it could be anything.
Well, it's starting in
I-
California.
Yo,
Doesn't
third
it
grade
start-
I was
report card.
like, no one cares.
Nobody
It's-
gives a fuck, bro.
Do
They care
people
about
in
business.
Is there this much of a divide between vaxxers and anti-maskers in England as well?
They're having marches and shit against it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere, right? There's a group
People
of
don't
people
wanna
that
take
are
this shit.
anti-mask.
No, but the British, we're very rebellious, man. So
That's true.
the mandatory thing, they just threw it out the window. They just scrapped it.
Oh, so they don't have a mandatory thing.
Nah.
At first, you guys at first it was like the national policy of like we're just gonna herd immunity this shit.
Yeah, they tried
Everyone's
to
gonna get it.
they tried to bring a vaccine passport.
Yeah.
And then they scrapped that idea.
too.
Oh,
yeah.
they scrapped
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I
vaccine
remember
passport
we
gets
read
scrapped
that.
They scrapped that, and then they tried to do like the whole you need to be vaccinated to go concerts or whatever. Then they scrapped that.
Oh, why'd they scrap it?
They just said come with a negative PCR test and you're good.
That's all you can do.
That's fine though.
But
As long as people are getting like tested, I think that's just as
Yeah.
good.
But you
I'm
don't
not
have the
just as
test
good,
early
but-
either. But yeah, for me, it's like seeing the NBA. The NBA made a big statement by them being, I'll say, one of the leaders in sports definitely here in America, and them saying they were not mandating their players to get vaccinated. And I thought that was a huge statement. I was like, man, they were like they won't fine players either for getting vaccinated.
For not getting
not getting vaccinated. And I was just like, man, the NBA is making this statement as a, kind of just one of the leaders in sports and saying this. I knew it's going to be hard to just get that many black people to try to get vaccinated anyway. That's just been a buck. The NBA knew we ain't about to do this. This is going to be an uphill battle, and they going to end up exposing us and saying we're making them get vaccinated. So we should just go ahead and say we're not going to make our people get vaccinated. I just think
I see how that decision to not get players vaccinated. I see the logic behind that. Like I see if everyone tests negatively or as the vaccine, like you're doing that already, and it is people who are like super like that is their instrument is their body, and like I get that those people are like, hey, I just don't want to with mine, and I also
what the fuck does that mean?
and I get to surround myself in a circumstance because of kind of like the privilege. What do you mean?
What the fuck does that mean? Like,
I'm
for
saying
you to
I
be
d-
like, no, I heard you. For you to be like, their instrument is their body, says to me that you have, doubt as well. That you like after you out here pushing the vaccine so hard, then you also being like, I get why somebody who loves their body so much might not want to take the vaccine. I'm like, nigga, what?
I can disagree with your reasoning for it, but understand your reasoning for it.
Not to say you didn't understand.
When you say I don't trust a collab between the U.S. federal government and the pharmaceutical companies, I'm like, I get that.
Yeah.
And so I could see. I also think that's kind of what I was saying about Nicki Minaj last week. It's like Nicki Minaj gets the privilege of surrounding herself in a scenario where she actually doesn't have to interact with that many people until she wants to. Where not everybody can have that. So for that to be an everybody idea, it is a little bit different. That's how I feel about the NBA people too.
Yeah, but Nicki Minaj did say she would probably get the vaccine.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was
No,
nice.
she said that even when we were talking about it.
Right.
It was never like she didn't say that. She just said that she was gonna.
And she has the
do what
privilege
they
of
do.
not taking the subway or the bus and like interacting with people every day for it to be urgent for her to get the
But
vaccine.
the thing is, after the vaccine, you can still catch it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what people
Yeah.
are.
It doesn't
yeah.
make you immune,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, it reduces it a whole bunch, and just it reduces the hospital, the amount of people in the hospitals and stuff like that. So That's what I'm thinking. But I also think we should
That is
do one of
fair.
those expert things where we get a
I
vaccine
think
person. 'Cause
also
I don't know all
we
the
should
answers.
take less money toward the military and put it toward more hospitals if we do.
I like that idea.
Yep.
I'm pro that. We can all get behind that.
Is something preventing you from achieving your goals, or is there anything that's interfering with your happiness right now? BetterHelp can assist with your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect with them in a safe and private online environment, and it's so convenient. You can even start communicating with one in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is professional counseling done securely online. You can send a message to your counselor at any time, and you'll get a timely and thoughtful response. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or even phone sessions. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available, and the service is available for clients worldwide. You can find the particular expertise you need online. You don't have to limit yourself to the counselors located near you. They help in areas like depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, and so much more. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/ww. You can join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/ww.
Okay, a UK-based teenager had to undergo emergency penis surgery after he somehow managed to insert a whole USB cable into his urethra.
What?
Per
Talent.
a
How?
case study on the incident provided by the medical journal, the unnamed team inserted the knotted USB wire, which looks to be a standard USB A to B cable, into his urethra as part of a social experiment. As part of a sexual experiment.
Yeah, social experiment.
Is that side or the other side? Which one is the A to B side?
I think it looks like
It's the
that.
big side? He didn't get the big side in there.
No
Yeah, I mean,
way.
this is what
We got the X-ray showing us
That's the
which side
X-ray.
went in first. Courtney, you can tell us. Are you not
I
trying
don't.
to
I
look at
can't.
it?
I honestly can't
It's the
tell
big
which
side.
I
You got
think it
the
was
big side in first.
No, I think it has to be the
What?
small side.
How?
Like
Fam.
how? Which way is it?
This guy's been working up to this.
So it's the small side first. The small side went in. No, the big side went.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
The big side went in.
Oh.
And then what he do with the other end? Did he charge something or something? Did he just like at least plug something in? Or did he just leave that piece dangling?
The teen was taken to a local hospital after he began urinating blood, but the initial attempts to retrieve the cable from his penis proved unsuccessful because of the knotting. Oh, this sounds really painful.
Wait, this is in the UK?
Yeah, this is in the UK.
Okay, is y'all shit? Should y'all be on?
Yeah,
fam?
so
Should y'all be on?
he requested further examination without his mother present, at which point he admitted that he inserted the cable to measure the length of his penis triggered by sexual curiosity.
Do you know what part of the UK that was?
It's
Florida.
it doesn't say which part of the UK it was. No.
Because that would be our answer.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow. But can't you just measure it without having to put
maybe
it
a
up?
ruler.
Like, can't you just use
But like to
Put it
put
on
the
the
big
outside?
side in there, that means you really had to like,
you? Wow.
man, you was like definitely like jigging that thing around.
Everyone is
I just
squirming.
have to know how big it is.
I'm just grabbing my leg. I'm thinking, oh shit.
Holy fuck.
Wow, that sounds.
I
very
don't even know what to say about this
I don't know
article.
what to say.
I thought it was maybe a USB-C to USB-C, like these little guys right here.
You thought you had lightning
Like
bolt?
maybe you could fit that in your dick.
Like you lightning bolt your
if
dick.
you worked, yeah, you could lightning bolt your dick. But the fat side of the USB, I don't.
Trying to charge up.
That's old school USB too. Don't even be using them USBs no more. That's why he had a whole bunch of extra ones. He was fucking them.
What was on the other
He was
side?
probably fucking them for a while, and that was the first
If
one that
it's
made
the
him
A
bleed.
to B one, those are the regular ones. You know how?
But what's on the other side? Is a little iPhone.
The
It's not
other
the one-
side,
it's not the
other
one he
side
was
charging
holding.
It's like
BlackBerry.
it's the
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah, it's like
asking.
I think it's the you know the USB version.
Yeah, that's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Right there.
Mini USB.
The other side charged Blackberries and cameras. Everybody know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you
Maybe
go.
some headphones.
Wow, he put this
Everybody
whole
know that,
thing in
Bill.
his penis.
That whole thing.
Wow.
Courtney kind of like impressive.
I kind of feel like
He put that whole thing in his penis.
I feel like the whole thing is him just trying to flex.
She's
Him
like, what part of all this is it?
No thanks.
No, but he stuck it in this way though.
Oh my god.
Either way.
Yeah, we should.
This is like an episode of Grey's Anatomy, honestly.
Is this what Grey's be on?
Is that what that's
I
about?
did never watch Grey's. but
Grey's
this
has
is what
some
their
crazy
writers do.
episodes. There's episodes where people have had like juju babies stuck inside. Like they
Clear the
swallow
hole,
too
clear
many
the hole.
of
We
them.
got a guy with a USB of his dick. That's what Grey's Anatomy is doing?
No, it'll be like a teen will come in and the teen will be like, "Oh, I was curious about something," and then the doctors will be like, "What were you curious about?" And someone will pull
And
back
the-
the curtain and
And
it'll be
the core
the X-ray of the cord. Yeah. yeah.
USB dick. Episode's
Very
called
Grey's
USB dick.
Anatomy.
Stream that
That
episode.
actually looks crazy, man.
I know. It sucks. I hate thinking about this.
We should move on.
Yeah. Man caught giving Hollywood Studios tour with stolen Disney iPad. So a man was issued a warning for trespassing in June after he was caught giving a tour at Disney's Hollywood Studios with a stolen company issue iPad. So the Orange County Sheriff's Office was contacted after an investigation manager for Disney's Tickets and Resort Fraud Division noticed there was an unauthorized overrides on reservations in a Walt Disney World app meant for employees only. So according to an incident report, a 30-year-old led a group of people towards one of the rides and began bypassing the line after tickets were presented. So basically, this guy stole a company issue iPad and was giving tours throughout the company, like throughout the theme park, and then using it to bypass rides. Which I mean, I'm not really mad
The
at him. 'Cause,
hustle's real, man.
yeah, Disney's ticket lines are crazy, and their roller coaster ride lines, all that are intense. So
I think they should hire this guy. I think that's the move.
I mean, he clearly knows
He's a
what he's
legend,
doing.
Were the people that he was guiding around like people that had paid for the tour?
It
Or were
doesn't
they
say, but
just-
they
He was giving
probably
private
did.
tours?
He probably was like getting money from that.
This was at night?
No, it was during the day.
Oh, he was giving out private tours during the day,
yeah.
in daylight, in broad daylight, right
Yeah.
in front of them.
He was just like pretending like, and right this way, and was like, I'm on the team, right? And it was just kind of like.
But I'm saying,
referencing
I wonder
Disney
how much
iPad.
he
He
was
would
really
lead
charging for his
groups
tours.
of people towards the rides, and they will bypass the line where the tickets were.
Nigga,
like,
wow, this man is brilliant. First of all, this man, I love this man. Like, so basically, he just was walking to the front. You know what? I told my little cousin that. I said, when I buy a flash pass or get to the front of the line pass, I think that shit's for everything, nigga. That shit's for the bathroom. That thing is for everything. It's a mental thing. As long as you tell yourself you're supposed to be at the front, you're supposed to be at the front. So I like this person who brings the iPad and tells everybody, excuse me,
He's
excuse
a
me.
legend.
Because if you say excuse me, you don't have to explain anything. Nobody asks you a question. You ever been late for a plane? Walk to the front. Just say excuse me, everybody. Nobody ever asks you where you think you're going. Or, hey, why you get to go around us? They're like, excuse me, you must need to get by for some reason. And by the end, you're at TSA. Like, wait, what the fuck? It's too late.
You have to do it
Excuse me.
with confidence, man.
Confidence, man. VIP is
Confidence,
90%
man.
mental.
Yeah, the power of
Yeah.
thinking he belongs. I also kind of like that he shared his talent with what I assume he ran up to random people, and he was like, well, this won't be believable unless I have a tour. Hey, you guys want a tour? I'm from Disneyland. You want a tour? And he just used those people to also
So that he
get
could
them
get in
to
the
the front of
front.
the line.
He's like, you guys are with me the whole day.
He's kind of
Yeah.
like paying it forward, you know,
Yeah, man.
by being a fake Disney tour guy.
About believing in yourself, you know what I'm saying? And knowing that you are VIP, you know what I'm saying? You ever know you ugly and you get a really good looking chick? And you be like, damn, man, I really convinced her. That's crazy. She's so pretty. I'm ugly as hell.
I've seen that situation a lot of times. I can't lie, this is going to be my last cup. I'm lit. I'm lit right now.
Should we get into another one?
Yeah. Well, Kevin Stills' name has been in 2 heated lawsuits this week. So the first one is with comedian and singer Jessie Woo, who took to Instagram where she shared court documents from her lawsuit against the famed hip-hop marketing consultant for attempting to book her for a fake event by using a non-existent company earlier this year. So the star accuses Sybil of using the bogus company as a way to obtain personal information to use against her in an extortion case for the sum of $3 million.
Sheesh.
Whoa.
So Wu also alleged that the she basically booked her for a fake appearance was created by Civil to embarrass and intimidate her. So Wu ended up winning the court case, and she posted
Wu
about
did
it.
win the court case.
Yeah, she won the court case. And then on top of that, there was a clubhouse room that was created today to talk about Civil. And within that, the rapper Joyner Lucas, yeah, he basically said that back in 2014, when he was beginning to develop his rap career, he paid Civil $60K for her services, but never received an ounce of what he was promised.
What does she do?
Yeah, what does Karen Civil exactly do? I think she's a liaison. I think she's a connector. She's a
like a publicist or something.
Kinda,
yeah.
But she's a connector. She knows people. She's a person she's a mover and shaker. She's a person that can kind of work a room. So she understands how she can connect people and make things happen, make deals, put deals together, different things. So I think that to a young rapper or to certain people that might be super attractive, to be like, hey, I know if nothing else, I see her in rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's also more, because apparently Meek Mill has tweeted about Karen Civil before. So has Cameron. And then also Jason Lee, who runs that hip hop blog, Hollywood Unlocked. She admitted to hiring a hacker to try to mess up his website.
She admitted it live on Clubhouse. And people were like, yo, you know that's like a felony. Like, it's like you can't, that's illegal. You can't do that. And she was like, she's like, of course I hired somebody to come check your ass out. Anybody would do it. You was trying to fuck my shit up. And everybody was like, you know you can't admit that, right? On Clubhouse film.
Damn.
So that was interesting. No, it's all interesting because I don't know Karen Civil that well. I've obviously been in, like I'm that cool, I ain't that fucking cool. I've been in some rooms with Karen Civil before, but I don't know Karen Civil that well. I have a lot of friends who are actually friends with Karen Civil and who work with Karen Civil. I don't know that this to me is super duper surprising. That's just me being a buck. Just because I've heard whispers from different people maybe in the past. I've never had to do business with her, so I cannot say if she is good or bad with business. I can say it's a bad look. Mm-hmm. I can say that my mama would always say everybody ain't lying on you. It ain't a good look. It's still allegations right now, but I think it's too many people coming forward saying, hey, this is your move, fam, and this how you plan shit. And you try to bully it. And and you kind of know it's somewhat true because I'll be a buck again. I read I see like the Shade Room. I think Jason Lee called out the Shade Room and some of those others like sites and said, hey, you guys have to do your job at reporting the news as well fairly. Like if Shorty is doing sideways shit, I don't give a fuck if she is paying y'all. Y'all got to report that. Mm-hmm. And obviously that's where it gets a little interesting. And you can kind of it is interesting because you can kind of read which sites probably Shorty got a hand on their pocket a little bit. You can read their sites a little bit like I see the way y'all worded that. I see the language y'all used versus some of the other sites that are like, no, these are all the receipts. This is what Karen Civil has done. It's super fucked up. I just think as somebody that works within the industry, and I think it's super manipulative and fucked up to promise things to young,
especially
really,
the up and coming ones.
Yeah,
man,
just figuring it out.
People dedicate their lives to these. They leave their lives in which wherever they have it to try to make it sometimes in Hollywood or make it sometimes in wherever you're from London. Like to make it, you know what I'm saying? To make it sometimes wherever you are at, you like, I gotta travel and do some other shit. Mm-hmm. Imagine leaving wherever life you trying to leaving to start a new life and you like, I'm putting my 60 racks into this.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how rich you are. $60,000 is $60,000. That's a real amount of money. So yeah, he said he was having his son at that time too. Yeah. And said like, you left me high and dry. He was quoting things, and the only reason that I gave him kind of this benefit of this doubt is because I haven't heard Jordan Lucas kind of start problems with anybody. He's not that kind of. He's not that guy. He's just not that guy. He seems like a cool ass dude, like a good ass dude. That's just like, I stay out the way. I'm out my fucking business. I do what I'm good at as a rap, and I do my thing. I got family, and I stay out my way. So for him to come out and step forward and kind of, speak so passionately about this, it did make me at least be like, man, that's a strong statement from a man who won't talk that much.
He doesn't seem like someone that would lie.
Chris Reinacher, like, I don't give a fuck about this. Who is this again, Chris?
No, I mean it's a tale.
Chris, like, what's her name? What's her name? Karen, and she's black. Yeah, okay.
Feels like a tale as old as time in entertainment. People taking it's like a Lou Pearlman situation. It's like I got this. Well, it's not that. It's more trust me, I got you.
Was sexually assaulted?
No, Lou Pearlman just fucked like those boy bands out of tons of fucking money.
Oh, okay.
But at least he got them famous. But then he took all their money. This person just said, "I'll do this for you," but then didn't do anything. So, yeah. I mean, people will do that to vulnerable young artists who want to get their names out there, and that fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Suck.
It does, yeah.
But it is, yeah. It does happen time and time again.
Yeah.
Will it ever not happen?
Well, it's also interesting that we're talking about this idea that we're like faking it till you make it type thing, but then people just fake it. There's another one that happened this week, the Elizabeth Holmes thing, that's about a Silicon Valley woman who was just dropped out of Stanford. Got super passionate about this blood. Instead of taking it was like a blood test thing to move forward in the medical field. The idea of blood testing, you just take a prick instead of take a whole vial of blood, and you could get a bunch of things. She basically convinced tons of people that this was a great idea. She was valued at $4.5 billion as a 31-year-old.
She was herself?
Yeah. And because she had this new company that was getting off the ground, and then it kind of came out that all this shit was fake. Like she was,
so she Bernie Madoff.
So she's being charged with fraud, 12 counts of fraud. And some people are saying, well, but this is what Silicon Valley is. That's just fraud. The model. The model is we think we have a vision, and sometimes the vision fails. That's what she's trying to argue. So it's interesting with these people who are kind of making real money off of perceived clout without the actual ability to do. I don't know. It's some sort of connection there.
No, I'm not against what you're saying. I kind of, as weird as it may be, I kind of understand her argument.
Yeah. I do too. I like her argument. It's
kind of what Silicon Valley is about. They raise money, all capital, all day for ideas and things. Some things obviously have real liquidity within it and money moving, but a lot of times it's just off concepts and theories and them saying, hey, well, we have the concept, but we have this, we're raising capital right now. And people do live these extravagant lives off raising capital.
And they're not being forced to donate as well, are they?
No, they're not. I think you should a certain amount for gifts for your taxes and different things and make sure you don't pay taxes, but they don't have to. So yeah, they can just play around with the money. It's the company's money. And that can go into more research depending on what you're doing.
And failure is also a part of the investment model. It's like some of my investments are going to fail at Silicon Valley. But I think that's her argument. But I think the evidence suggests that she straight up lied about it.
What she lied? What'd she say? You didn't give me no details.
I believe she said that like
Courtney, you got details?
She said that you might have more details.
I can pull them if you need me to.
She said that
come on, man.
You talk about Elizabeth, yeah.
Elizabeth Holmes, yeah. She said that like medical industries had approved this and was behind it. She was using stats from a different company. Like even they got installed in Walgreens and they were like I think they didn't have the technology yet, so they were actually just using the regular tests that they would normally use, and they were kind of funding it like as like it was like a prop. It was like that wasn't actually happening behind the scenes. Okay. They didn't actually have the technology they said they did.
That changes everything then.
You know, she's lying.
She's lying.
So that's where it changes, because she's arguing that she had a vision, but in reality, it looks like she was just lying.
But what if her vision was lying? What if she was like, this was my vision, y'all didn't get that, but the whole time my vision was just to lie to y'all about what I had going on over here. No, I mean,
well, some people got blood tests that like one guy got a blood test that said he had AIDS and he didn't have AIDS.
Oh shit!
She was giving out like extreme shit like that.
Like it was like really at Walgreens. It was happening in the DC area. It was at Walgreens.
Guess what? He probably can say. He probably lived the best days of his
When he
life.
found out that it was fake.
Before. And then when he found out it was fake, he was like, damn, I've been living amazing. Thanks to you, Elizabeth. And she's like, see, my vision. This is what I do.
It's also way better than the other way around. If the guy was like, I don't have AIDS, and then was like, I do have AIDS. This thing is just fucked.
Yeah, that'd be way
Fuck
worse.
you.
She was like, oh, actually, we fucked up. You do have AIDS.
Oh.
Horrible. No, we're happy that she at least, that guy probably lived a better life, thanks to Elizabeth. I'm not sure about the other lies she told, but that one in itself.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, she was doing it for a really long time, but I'm literally like looking at her backstory. She started back in like 2010, and it wasn't until 2015 that the FDA began to find like major things with her testing. So
she pissed somebody off,
and she raised like over 700 million. Like she was on the Forbes list as one of the youngest billionaires in the world. Like she was scheming.
Yeah.
Scheming.
Stay scheming.
Yeah, it took a Wall Street Journal reporter who published, he was investigating her, and that's when
it's always some fucking reporter
that
want to do his job too fucking much.
And that like sparked the beginning of the company's like downfall from there.
You're right, though. She did have very powerful people invested in her. Like the former U.S. head of defense was invested in her. I think a former like Speaker of the House or some shit, some dude who's like
Kid
White
Rock.
House people. Kid Rock, he was invested.
No, we don't know.
I don't know if that's true. But maybe. Oh, you know, somebody did. Actually,
But
Common was
maybe.
invested. Common was invested.
Hey, don't bring Common.
Wait.
Let's leave him out of here. Let's leave him.
No, it's good though because Common actually winds up suing, and it was actually a big move that one of her investors was suing her. So she started saying, "Hey, investors, I'll give you more shares if you don't sue me."
And
because if all my investors sue me,
they
I'm
tried
fucked. But I
to
felt like
kick her
Common was
out
doing
of the
right
company
thing.
multiple times, and she kept convincing them to keep her in charge of the company.
Oh,
so,
she persuasive.
So they tried back in like 2000. This says back in like 2012. They tried to kick her out of the company, and she literally was like, "Nah, y'all got to keep me in."
And it was like, yeah, maybe you're right.
Oh, but no, it was 2008. They tried to remove her as the board of the company, and she convinced them to let her stay in charge. So she was scheming for a very, very
She was
long
on
time.
So
some
we all
Steve
really
Jobs
mad at
shit,
somebody
though.
pissed her off. Somebody up top, because she been scheming for long enough that everybody knew. This ain't no news. Everybody within them communities definitely knew Shorty was scheming. So for me, it makes me feel like she pissed somebody off, and they was like, you know what?
Well,
bitch,
she was
you better-
apparently
you
a
better-
crazy boss too.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
You
people
better
kind
watch
of
out.
bought
She
it.
must
though.
be crazy.
I think people
Yeah.
bought it in a way. Like I think she Steve Jobs did. She
Word?
would like be a little too Steve Jobs. She would wear.
Yeah, she would wear.
turtlenecks and shit.
She's in all these pictures. She does in the black turtleneck.
Yeah, but he had the technology and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But also some people might argue that without the actual tech behind him, Steve Jobs could have been that. Unfortunately, she didn't have a fucking Wozniak behind her. Nobody knew how to do the blood thing. But if somebody did, she would have looked like the genius.
I mean, well, she's
Yeah.
on the Forbes list as the genius. People really believed in her, so
Yeah.
she did it.
I'm sure she's very charismatic.
She must be.
I don't know about that.
What does she look like? I don't know what she looks
I
like.
just saw a picture of her.
Yeah.
I just hear her words.
She only like what, 38, 37?
Yeah, this is her.
I think she's 31.
What's her name?
I'm looking at her shit, bro. She
Elizabeth
37.
Holmes.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
she became that
Yeah, she's
44.5 billion at 31.
Why you hate me so much?
I don't. I guess
Yeah,
I do
by
have a phone in
2015,
front of
she
me.
had been named the youngest and wealthiest self-made female billionaire in America.
And she's
Her
not
com-
even a billionaire though.
And her company was worth $9 billion. That's crazy.
Bro, she need
kinda
the sun. These
hold-
pictures is crazy. She need to tell. She need to tell for sure.
San Francisco.
She can't tan in prison. That's crazy. They gonna need her to tell before she get there.
She does look young though.
Kinda.
Barely.
Barely. No, I mean, is this cool? What we saying, y'all? What we landed?
It's interesting. I think because she lied, it's wrong. But it's interesting to talk about the overhaul, like just buying into someone's vision and their vision not working out, and whether that was legit.
I just feel like she probably was really good at pitching shit in rooms. She probably was in a room and just was really good at being like, if you don't fucking get this, you're crazy or you're just insane and you're just not a person that understands vision. And people probably was like, I understand vision. I for sure understand vision. I was write you a $100 million check right now. That's how much I understand vision.
It's a cool idea, you know, like the number one cause of debt in America is medical bills, and like that's what she was trying to defeat.
Really?
Yeah, we suck
Let
at
me
that
get
shit,
shots
man.
Tell me you can get shots in here too.
Yeah. Oh no, people go into huge amounts of debt because of their health here.
Oh.
See, he doesn't know.
Because they what? Oh, their health.
'Cause
Oh
they
yeah.
have such a-
It's
Oh
free
yeah,
in
yeah.
London,
You know,
man.
yeah, you know, in
Oh,
Canada,
that's
and
true.
UK and stuff. Fuckers can just get health care and it's all smooth. But not here. They don't care what happened to us, fam.
Yeah,
You could
I've
be in
heard-
a car
I heard it's
accident.
like 10 grand if an ambulance comes to you or some shit.
Like
Yeah.
it's between 3 to 10, yeah.
Really? What 10?
Yeah, I
I
got
was
hit
just
by
throwing a number.
I
It's
got
between
hit
3
by
and
a
10.
car. I made the guy drive me to the hospital because I didn't want to take an ambulance, or I was like,
And the
or
guy
I'll
charged him
Uber.
$1,000 because he knew. He was like, yo, fam.
No, the guy paid for the
cutting
whole
you a
thing because he
deal.
hit me with a car. But I was like, I was really like, you're gonna pay for this. I don't want to make you pay for an ambulance. Drive me to the hospital.
Damn.
So you don't go through these struggles. You could just fly back home and get your shit repaired real quick and come back, hang out, and know you in
10K
good health.
10K for an ambulance, though.
Man, it's wild. It really is wild here. Like,
You can get an aspirin and like in the hospitals, and you'll look back on your medical bill, and it might be like $150.
Really?
them like Mike Tyson prices.
It's like the biggest right in your face racket of all time, and then you need medical insurance to pay for it because otherwise there's no way you could afford $150 aspirin. So
They
it's
get
all
you
a
too.
racket of
They
like,
get
well,
you
the
too.
medical insurance pays for it, but they don't actually charge them $150, but they would have charged you $150. It's all
So what does Obamacare do?
it.
Is Obamacare
It-
even still around? Or are they
Is
trying
it
to get rid
still-
of it?
Yeah,
Or did
Obamacare
Trump
is
scrap
still around. It's you have the chance to have health care without like usually it's
It's affordable healthcare. It's basically
It's for-
government
it's-
assisted healthcare.
it's not through your employer either because usually it's through your employer. So if you are not a full-time employee or you have inconsistent employment, you may not have health insurance. So
it was a great step in
got
the right
people
direction
health
of trying to
insurance.
get health insurance for everybody, every common person in America, versus us right now. A lot of people don't have health insurance and they kind of walk
It's
around
tough,
all
man.
willy nilly. You just live life because you like, yo, I don't,
Have to be extra careful.
man.
it's like a step in the right direction in some ways because it's like everybody has health insurance, but it's also like, why the fuck does this health insurance thing even exist? So in a way, it's a step in the right direction, like inside a cage. Where it's like, why don't you just eliminate that cage? Because countries like yours, people are healthier and happier
It makes
because
sense.
of that.
Who said they was happier? That's a good question, though.
Yeah,
It's true. I
Might
don't know.
not-
British
You
people
never
are-
know, man.
They definitely healthier.
Yeah.
I feel like people in Cali are a lot more friendly, though. Like, you get the highs, how you doing? In London, you won't get that.
You'll just be like, you all right?
You won't even get that. That's like, you fall down, like, someone can trip over and then people are just walking past you. It's that type of vibe.
Yeah, Chris, you got any questions for us this week?
Well, there was
We have a couple in the chat, too.
there was one from Reddit, I think, that was, who is the most well-liked asshole on earth? Thought that was a good question.
Say Larry David.
We're like, awesome.
That's a good one.
Well,
Trump.
like
No, okay, damn. Because that makes it, when I think of well-liked, I think of, like, everybody kind of likes you. Like,
But
kinda
if you
even-
really think about it,
There's a
you're
lot
an
of people
asshole.
that like Trump.
Yeah, but like that's still like a whole bunch of people who don't like you. Versus
Okay.
like Snoop Dogg, you might go to each household from the Midwest, the whitest, most racist person, like Snoop Dogg. I love me some Snoop Dogg. Cool guy, cool fella. I smoke
Very
smoke a joint
well
with
liked.
Snoop Dogg. Well liked.
But also not an asshole, so he doesn't qualify.
yeah, but Larry
Yeah.
David to me is
Yeah.
a person that everybody knows you're an asshole, but we all still like you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I feel like Ricky Gervais is a well-liked asshole.
That's what I'm saying. He's the same
Yeah.
mode as Larry.
Like, really,
David.
you're an asshole, but we like you.
Yeah, we like you.
What's his name? Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gordon
That's a
Ramsay
good,
is a
well-liked
likable
asshole.
asshole. We all know he's a fucking asshole. But we like, yo,
But
we
he has
respect that
his
from you.
nice days, Sometimes he can be nice.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Well-liked.
Assholes.
Should we get if my significant other doesn't match my sexual energy, should I be allowed to cheat? That man
does
sit
that
there.
mean?
Last one. Give me one more
Sounds
black.
like you're with the wrong
Give me one more black.
person.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
okay.
true.
So
Chris.
you think if your sexual energy is not matched, do you think that's from the rip, or you saying like you can grow into that?
This is how I see things, yeah. You have to be best friends first. Then you can overlook everything else.
So then you think but what if somebody isn't sexually
hung out with your girl?
satisfied,
She
but
be
they
annoying as hell.
they do feel like that person's their best friend? What do they do sexually?
Yeah, like, and also, what if they're in the best friends phase, but still dating, but the sex is not good while they're in that best friends phase? How does that work?
You can train her, innit?
Yeah, but like
Or him.
If you're best friends
Depending on
and you
what
love her,
best
you
friend, no.
you train her to get to that level, and then you get me.
Okay, look, I agree with you. I will say sexually, you can both get each other to that level for sure, but sometimes
I know what you're gonna say.
sometimes it just don't hit like that for everybody, because the way that the vagina and actually, I'll say at least the dick is set up, the different shapes and curves, and they match. It's like a puzzle piece almost. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, them puzzle pieces match, and you like, yo, this puzzle piece click. And other people, you like, these puzzle pieces could work if we lazy, or no, nobody.
I'm with you.
If we just give
So,
it up, then
if
these puzzle
somebody-
pieces, I guess the picture's okay. But you like, yo, I can train you. I can try to teach you all day, but sometimes it just don't.
It don't
hit.
work.
Also, it sometimes
It
might
just
not be what that
don't
other
true.
person is into.
Yes,
the other
that's
person might
true.
go
Yes.
like, one person might be like, I love involving syrup in sex.
Yeah.
The other person be like, I can never get into that ever.
Yeah.
That is fucking weird.
Especially with
And
your
it's like,
pancake
so I'll
ass.
never be sticky with anyone again. Like, will that person, or is that okay for that weirdo to have a syrup day?
Can he cheat and go get that syrup fixed?
Just like, give me
Well,
one day.
they should
do
have
the
a
thing.
conversation together and say,
Yeah.
like, hey, have we
Find an
tried
agreement.
everything that we have been able to do?
she not into
Do you
syrup,
think?
man.
Do you think
So
the girl
then
who
we
isn't
can
into
either-
syrup owes it to her partner to try the weird syrup thing to make him
Or what
happy?
what about the guy? What if the guy is not into something that the girl's into?
I don't even think y'all
That
really.
she's-
I don't even think y'all really work.
Same question.
Syrup is so extreme.
I specifically chose a weird thing, so we
Well,
were just
I'm
like rough sex the whole time. You
I'm,
know?
I'm more saying I don't even think y'all work. I think that if you're a person that you like, yo, I'm into syrup. That's what I use. That's what I do in sex. Syrup is my thing. Then I think that you probably gravitate toward a bitch who's into syrup as well. Who's like, yo, nigga, I don't know how we met each other, but this
Or
syrup connection is crazy.
they might not know they're into syrup until they're in the relationship.
This is true as well. But they both knew.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
They both somehow
They
knew.
definitely knew before. Imagine getting surprised with that information. It's like, what?
Nah, you can read the room. You can read the room.
It's interesting to think whether it's that person's responsibility to try that with the other person, or if that person is allowed to cheat and go, or whatever it's called in that relationship, and go do syrup with another person, or whether that guy never gets syrup for the rest of his life. He's up. Time's up with that thing.
Could you be with somebody that you're not sexually compatible with, but you thought was your best friend? You say, "That's my best friend."
I'll
I've
make
dated
it work,
women.
man.
Huh?
I'll make it work, man.
You'll make it work.
I'll train her.
Okay, man. I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, man. I support you in your efforts. I'm here for you
I'll
and your
chill,
relationship. It sounds amazing. I also, in my head, feel like, man, if that thing hit crazy, why can't I train her to be my best friend?
I love if you guys don't have any type of friendship.
We like, yo, this sex is just crazy. We need to train this friendship. We need to get this friendship. Let's start going to more amusement parks and shit. I don't know. Let's do something because this sex is needed.
That's
Oh
hilarious.
my god.
Wow. There's
No.
so many elements to a relationship, you know?
It is.
Oh, I saw this thing where it was basically saying the relationship needs 3 things. It needs companionship, passion, and shit. I forgot the third. But
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. But
and clarity in that diamond cut because she want that diamond. Right?
it's the 3 aspects that every relationship
There is one
needs.
last good question before we get about it. We're about to wrap the episode up real quick. But there is one last question that I think we can tie it in with. Since we're on sex, what cartoon couple has the best sex?
Cartoon couple.
Yeah, did you already see this?
Did you see that I wrote?
Oh, no, I didn't see this.
I wrote a tweet in reply to Van about what cartoon couple is having the best sex.
Oh, what cartoon couple?
I'm pretty proud of.
What tweet? What?
Well, it was about. I was saying that it's different types of sex.
Man, tell us the fucking cartoon couple who having the best sex, man.
I was saying that Bugs and Lola Bunny are gonna be having like crazy sex.
The new Lola or the old Lola?
I'm thinking old Lola.
Yeah, I know you are pervert.
That's what I'm picturing.
That Lola was crazy with it. She was out here crazy.
That's gonna be like crazy, but like, are they really fucking connecting? Like, and then I feel like SpongeBob and Patrick, they're like
They never came out as a couple.
okay, but let's be honest, they're fucking. So like they're more like having fun. It's like they can make jokes during sex. You know, it's a different type of sex.
Okay, you wrote
Wait,
all
Mickey
this.
and Minnie?
What?
This nigga wrote all this in the
Mickey and
tweet.
Minnie, they're
It's
having
something
more
else.
Afro, do
like
you have an answer, please?
Mickey and Minnie are having like 1950s, you know, face to face sex.
Do you have
Oh,
Cartoon couple.
Put Peter Griffin and his wife, his thing.
Oh,
wow.
You think Lois and Peter Griffin having the best sex? You just think Lois nasty.
It's really just Lois and
It
Peter
is
kind
Lois.
of sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Peter's just there.
Peter ain't doing too much work. I'm trying to think of who. I mean, the obvious answer would be Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit because I'm an old person.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jessica Rabbit just was bad as hell. But I'm trying to think of who else.
I don't know what Roger Rabbit would be like sexually. I can't.
Oh,
remember
you
the
know who had a
character.
fat ass booty? What was Penny Proud's mama's name?
Oh, Trudy?
Trudy. Trudy had a booty. For sure. Trudy had a booty.
Trudy had a booty.
Yeah, Trudy Proud was
I feel
nice.
like Doug and Patty's sex is probably just like cute.
Them kids, bro, chill out.
Well, I'm imagining them as adults.
I'm joking with you.
I'm
It's one of
saying in the
cartoon
future,
characters.
you know. I'm saying as adults, they probably have like sweet sex.
Oh,
It's
when
not
y'all
great
grow up,
sex.
y'all gonna have good sex.
Okay, Uncle Sterling.
No, this was
Weird.
your thing. You just said. Tried to put it on me.
I just saw I saw a cartoon earlier of reimagined future Doug and Patty. I didn't think about their sex life, but now I am.
That's it. Sick of you.
Tommy Pickles and I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
go
I was gonna say I don't know where you're going.
I'm not going there.
I think we did it. So we gotta get him out of here.
Well, I've always heard the 3 things about a relationship are chemistry, trajectory, and timing. So whether you really connect, whether you're really going the same direction, and whether it's the right time, because you can feel like everything is great, but it's not the right time, or you're not going in the right direction, or you're so. I always think that's an interesting
It's
thing to consider
intimacy,
as well.
passion, and commitment.
Oh,
I like intimacy, passion.
Y'all got 2
and
different.
commitment. They're 2 different, but they're
speakers.
both 3.
Yeah.
So I thought it was an interesting connection.
Tony
Think about
Robbins
where
and-
you're at on your relationship.
Well, right.
What?
Those to you. Those to the audience.
I know. And
This
write
is
us-
my I imagine we're outroing right now.
Yeah. And write
Yeah.
us about your relationships. Should we do
Tell
like
us, tell us your relationship problems and we can help you.
I used to do this thing
Ooh, I
called
love that.
Dr. Trill back in the day where I used to help people with their relationships and stuff. And I used to give the best advice, guys.
Yeah, y'all should do that. Send us your relationship stuff.
Yeah,
Send
write us
us
in some
more
relationship
questions.
problems. Afro B, we appreciate you so much.
Man,
Yes.
I appreciate
Man, like, no, sincerely, man. And
Thank you
just know
so much.
Just know every time, even when I'm not, but every time on vacation, bro, yeah, you on there going crazy. You know, you on the playlist going crazy.
Joanna.
Joanna.
Fuck
Yeah. No, we appreciate you though. It's been, it for Wine and Weed. Christopher Reinacher, I appreciate you as well.
Hey, thank you.
You can thank me.
Thank you, Steelo, bro.
There we go, man.
Thank
Hey.
you, Nucky.
Hey, Courtney, appreciate you as well. Wrigley,
Courtney.
for you.
Thanks, guys.
The episode of Wine and Weed, zip it up.
Zip it out.
All right, bye.